Being an immigrant is not easy. In fact, being in a country that is not yours, that you need to be booked to stay in the country, it's not easy. One of the most difficult thing, because you're constantly on your toes for any immigration changes that comes into place. And that is the situation that many of us are in right now. So last year, the UK government announced their ambitious plan to clamp down on immigration. They announced a 4-point agenda, which is to increase the minimum salary for skilled worker visa from 26,200 to 38,700. They also announced the plan to set the salary limit of UK national who wants to bring in their spouses from 22,000 or so to 38,700 as well, and also announced that care workers will not be able to bring their dependents, and that they are going to be reviewing the graduate visa. This announcement hit all of us. All of us are on our toes, and we're expecting like feedback, and they said spring, and we're all on our toes and waiting to hear more information to know if it's going to affect us and things like that. And now this year, the government have announced that it is going to start from March. So from March 11, we are going to see the one that affects UK national and bringing their spouses, which is going to change. And that is at least because of the cries and the criticism that UK national started giving them, they decided to reduce that one from 38,000 to 29,000 for the minimum salary that is required. They decided to reduce it from 38,000 that they planned to 29,000. But for immigrants, of course, their cry, nobody hears their cry, or nobody cares about what they think, so they didn't reduce that one. So from March 11, the skilled worker visa minimum salary is going to be 38,700. It means that any job that you want to get, if it's not 38,700 pounds in a year, you won't be able to get sponsored for that job. And we already know how difficult it is to get into the UK workforce without having prior experience from the UK, how low the salaries are when you come and you're applying for this job. It's so difficult to get 38,700 job without prior experience in the UK. And we know that the people that want to switch to some of these jobs are people who are just graduated, who has a graduate visa and want to switch from graduate visa to skilled worker visa. So this uncertainty, this will especially people who have not found a skilled worker visa yet, who are on their graduate visa. I know that a lot is going on in our mind right now. For so many of us, we are uncertain about what the future holds for us. We know how difficult it is. The salaries in the UK are very low, and getting a job of 38,000 is mid-senior level. And if you are starting out, you are a newcomer here, you've not gained work experience or many years of experience, it's difficult. You just want to sacrifice and start from the lower salary and gradually climb up to the bigger salary. And now we all are caught in this web of what next to do, especially if you're on graduate visa and all. Right now, the plans are not clear yet if maybe it's not going to affect people that are already here, or it's going to maybe start from people who are coming. The plans are not clear. The informations are not very detailed and explicit yet. So There's so much uncertainty right now, and I know many of us are under pressure, and we don't even know what the future holds for us, especially that maybe we have not planned for returning to our home country yet, because you want to gain some work experience, or you want to save some money before you return back, or you don't even plan to return but like work your way into the work environment here. So it's been a lot of certainty here, and I'm just here to pacify people who are in this situation. I think that it is better to do something than not to do anything at all when you're caught up in this situation. And one of the things to do is to apply for jobs. Yeah, the competition is high out there, especially that everybody is scrambling for the skilled worker visa now. It means, I know if you're already in the UK, you know that the UK is not a place to apply for 10 jobs. So you apply for like hundreds of jobs. So you have to double your application from the hundreds to 200s to see who is ready to like sponsor you and pay you the 38,700. That's one thing that you can do. And if you're currently employed and you're not being sponsored, one thing I would advise you to do is to check the UK registered sponsors to see if your organization is there. If your organization is registered, you may tell them, ask them, have the conversation with them to sponsor you for your visa. And from there you know your fit as to what you're expecting and what is going to be next for you. So that's one thing that you can do if you're currently employed. If you're currently employed and your organization is not sponsoring visa, they are not licensed to sponsor, then one thing for you is to quickly start applying for jobs like that will sponsor your visa before your present visa. And if you're on a graduate visa, there's a 2-year limit so before your current visa ends. So that is one thing that you can do. And I think another thing you can do is to plan for the rainy days. If you don't get a sponsor that is willing to sponsor you, what's the next thing for you? You may want to check out other visa options that are available. I know there is the Global Talent Visa that is available, that you can explore to see if you're qualified for it, and try to throw your legs in there to see what's going to happen. There are other visa opportunities like the charity visa, which is a visa that allows you to volunteer for an organization without getting paid for a while. Do you want to explore that? Maybe to give you enough time to see a paid job. You may want to check this out. The UK Gov website is like the library for you, that you can explore some of the visa options that are available. After getting an idea, you can search YouTube, TikTok to see people that have talked about this visa or are on this visa and reach out to them to see if you're best fit for it. So it's better to do something than not to do anything. It's hard now, it's very difficult, but once you don't give up. It's a journey, and this is where you are in that journey, and this journey is not an easy journey, so you don't want to just give up just like that yet. Try again, try harder again, do something again. So don't just sit down, explore options that would help you to switch a visa or stay on another person's visa, or explore options that are available. That's it. I think one of the things I've learned in this journey is that the government here really don't care about you as an immigrant, because I can't just imagine government announcing a visa change within 6 months and implementing it, like without even considering like the uncertainties and people that have already come like through studies on graduate visa who want to like switch and have like long-term plan of staying in the country and stuff. So actually nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. Unfortunately, the only person that should care about you is your government back home. So the UK government really don't care about you. They care about their citizens only. So you have to explore options that will work for you, options that will help you, because the government have shown in the last weeks that they don't really care about immigrants. And anything you're planning like in the UK, you have to put this thing into perspective. In fact, it has completely changed my mentality in this country, knowing that, see, in this country that I am, anything can happen. Like the government can just switch their hand and say, oh, we don't don't want you here again. So I mean, plan for unforeseen contingencies, plan for unforeseen circumstances, plan for rainy days, plan for the worst. Yes, plan for the worst. That's just it. Worst case scenario. That's all what me and my friends call it. Plan for the worst case scenario, because anything can happen in this country and the government can just switch off on you. Like, yeah. So I'm sorry if you're going through this now. If you're a family and you're uncertain about your visa and all, if you want to explore options, if somebody wants to go on the study visa, another person being dependent, if you like, you can do a PhD for your family to be. You have to just start researching and exploring the options that you have and how some of these changes may affect you. So yeah, I pray and I hope that you get through it. We all get through this together, because it's hitting all of us so hard. Yeah, I'm in that position right now. I'm sitting on hot seat right now, and yeah, I hope that it goes well for all of us. So take care, and I wish you well in this journey. Take care and goodbye.